Dear students of class 10, how are you? How about your lesson? You are SX examining 2021. Though abnormal situation is going on all over the world, yet your study is must since you are board examining. You know your syllabus is finished. On remaining chapter is one, which is last chapter. The name of chapter is Physics to Save Life. So I am not extending talk more. I am going to start your lesson. Physics combined with other subject has given birth to different new disciplines of science. Biophysics is one of them. We have already started to enjoy the benefits directly provided by this new field of science in medical science. Could you ever imagine that we would be able to see all of our internal organs without dissecting the human body? But now we are able to do that impossible task by using the newest invention of physics. In this chapter, many instruments that are used in medical science have been discussed. Diagnosing diseases is no longer based as assumption only. In most cases, it is absolutely specific. Physics is not only used for diagnosing diseases but also for the treatment and remedy of diseases. Many such examples are discussed in this chapter. Background of biophysics. Biology tries to understand the diversity of living world and the process through which living things lead their lives. How do the animals acquire food, develop relations among one another, perceive the environment, and reproduce? All these are the subject matter of biology. On the other hand, the laws followed by the physical world of nature and the simple mathematical explanation of the laws are the subject matter of physics. It may seem that this is, there is no relation between the simplicity of physics and the complexity of biology. But with the advancement of science, the depending on its different type branches, a has been established. New field has been named biophysics. Biophysics employs the simple and the mathematical laws of physics in the complex process of biology and thus investigates the various mysteries of life. The biophysics, the bridge between biology and physics. Biophysics in one way can identify the arrangement of atoms and molecules in DNA or protein. Simply, similarly, it invents cancer treatment or artificial kidney using technology. There is no doubt that biophysics can also play significant roles in controlling environmental pollution and thus save the biodiversity of the future world. Contribution of J.Chandra Bose. We know the scientist J.Chandra Bose. He was a renowned physicist as well as a successful biologist. He was born in 1858 in Varanasi and lived at Bikampur, Dhaka district. His contribution is a lot. I can indicate it in points. One, how the reducium can be transferred to the distant place without the help of wire and capacitors. Point two, he has mentioned contribution in microwave research. He was, third number, he was the first who was able to reduce the wavelength of generated wave to millimeter level, about 5 millimeters. He was the first to use a semiconductor junction to detect radio signals. Point 5. His contribution was also in the field of biophysics is the natural conduction of the stimuli in plants. Earlier it was thought that the natural response of plants to different stimuli is chemical, but he became able to show that it is electric in nature. Human bodies and machines. Many people uh, designated human body as a machine. Though human body is not a machine at all, it behaves like a machine in many aspects. As like as a machine, it is also made up of many small parts or organs. Absence or infirmity of one organ, the activities of the whole body is disturbed. Each part of the body, like each part of a machine, does a special job. Each organ of human body is interconnected with other organs. Each organ runs at its own individual speed, but all function in a specific way, and there is a predetermined relationship to each other. In this sense, the human body is analogous to the complicated man-made machine. Diagnostic instruments. Some machines like X-ray, ultrasonography, CT scan, MRI, endoscopy, angiography, ECG, ETT that are used to diagnose diseases and for treatment purposes are discussed. Now let's start to discuss the X-ray machine. X-ray is produced in an X-ray tube. X-ray tube is a vacuum tube. To follow this figure, I am going as figure as a vacuum tube. Dear student, this one is a vacuum tube. There are two electrodes placed at the two ends of the glass tube. I can draw the two electrodes. I can draw the two electrodes end of this glass tube. One of them is cathode. This one is cathode. Another one is anode. There is a coil made of tungsten. There is a coil you see that it was made of tungsten, that is called a filament. I can treat it F, that means filament, this one. The cathode is heated by the current flowing through the filament. It was heated, that means by current flowing through the filament. Electrons are freed. At that time, electrons are freed and come out. Electrons are freed from that and come out. If a high potential is applied between the two electrodes, that means high potential from will get the circuit from the source. High voltage of the source, then the cathode and anode will be filled high potential. The electrons are accelerated. At that time, the electrons are accelerated if they applied high potential or voltage between anode and cathode. At that time, electrons are accelerated with very high speed and hit the target anode. Target anode means what? This one is target anode. Due to this motion of electrons suddenly stops. If the motion of electrons suddenly stops, an X-ray will be produced from this, from the target anode. X-ray will be produced from the target anode. The kinetic energy of electrons transform into electromagnetic waves. The kinetic energy of the electrons will be transformed as an electromagnetic wave. This radiation, it will be radiate from the anode. This radiation of a small wavelength. That means the wavelength of X-ray will be too much small. That is called X-ray. We can define properly if electrons is high speed. If electrons is high speed, strike the anode from the cathode or the metal, then a type of radiation of unknown nature. The type of radiation of unknown nature having penetrating power of very small wavelength is produced from the metal. This radiation is called X-ray. In figure, the essential parts of X-ray of an X-ray tube are shown. This one is plus, this one is minus. X-ray is a very important machine for diagnosis the disease of human body. So the important question may become in your exam: uses of X-ray. One number, displaced bones, cracks in bone, bone fracture, etc. can be identified very easily with the help of X-ray. 2 number is to diagnose activities of teeth and other decay. X-ray is used. Third number is by doing X-ray of the abdomen, intestine obstruction can be detected. Can be detected. Existence of gall bladder stone and kidney stone can be detected by X-ray. Taking X-ray image, taking X-ray image of the chest, tuberculosis, pneumonia, lungs cancer can be detected. 6 number use of X-ray. X-ray can kill cancer cell. So it is used in radiotherapy for treatment. Actually, I have given 6 points for the use of X-ray from your textbook. You can uh, get better information the use of X-ray from other books. Dear students, today's lesson is theoretical actually. Long time I have killed for teach this chapter. From this chapter, I shall give you some questions. I think you will be finish your questions answer and as an SW you will submit those answer in group ID class 9 science. Thank you.